Spider Monkey's Question, written by Julie Hardy, illustrated by Maria Forrest. The morning sun shone dimly through the canopy of rainforest leaves. A few spots of light danced on the thin fronds of the ferns on the ground. A family of a tall tree father rolled over his sleep and bumped his young son Terry. "Who bumped me?" Terry shouted, jerking away. "Did you do it in our sleep? Why do we move in our sleep?" Mother's eyes snapped open. Another day of questions had begun, and no one had ever had breakfast yet. Luckily for young Spider Monkey, his parents were very patient. They were also very wise. They have been able to answer nearly every question Terry has ever had. Terry's mother thought it was wonderful. His first word was "why," but she began to worry when the only word he seemed to know. Terry asked questions about the landscape as the family swung through the tree. "Why is the sky blue? Why are hills high?" He asked about other animals live when they will have to visit friends. "Why does jaguar have spots? Why do ants live underground?" He asked about the tree they live in. Why he is found asleep in its branches? Why is it tall? Why does it have leaves? He asked about food while the family prepared meal. Why are the bananas tasty? Why is corn yellow? Terry's curiosity was truly endless. As Terry grew older, his questions had become more difficult. Then one day, Terry asked a question that his parents could not answer. "Why are we caused by the monkeys?" Terry asked parents to have guessed the answer to this question, but they felt it was time for Terry to figure some things out on his own. They tried to explain why they could not answer Terry's simple questions. His mother took a deep breath and said, "In the days before monkeys could talk with one another, the namer of animals gave every creature a name. Each animal carried its given name until the end of time. Generation after generation, spider monkeys have been called by that name." "But how can I find out where the name came from?" Terry's father exchanged glances. "Well, Terry," said his father, "there is someone who knows. The name herself lives in the other world beyond our forest." Terry had heard about the Namer before. The animals in the forest had a great respect for her and all of her mysteries. Terry guessed that Namer must be an incredible being. Terry believed there were reasons for most of the things in the world. He wanted more than anything to find out what those reasons were. Terry began wondering about the many names of the forest animal. Spider Monkey was not the strangest. There was iguana, jaguar, macaw, and puma. Terry began to think the number might be a little silly. Terry went to his friend, the iguana. He was always out for a good adventure. Sometimes tree, and Terry could figure things out without asking the parents. The lamb was very excited by the question of where the names came from. Her parents could only guess where the word iguana came from. Tari and Balaam decided to find the Nemo in the other world and asked her where she had gotten their names. This is no small journey for a spider monkey and an iguana, but the reward seemed well the trick. Tari went to find his friend Balaam. After asking the parents' permission, they were off to the other world to get the bottom of their curious story. Tari swung himself through the trees, carrying Balaam on his back. After all, iguanas are not known to be fast on their feet. Swinging on for what seemed like days, Tari reached the edge of trees and Balaam stepped off his back. They could not believe their eyes. Neither had never been outside the forest, and neither of them had been even begun to wonder what the others were beyond. A whole new series of questions drummed in Terry's head. He climbed out of the tree and stared in amazement. There was space where no tree grew. The sky was huge, bigger than anything. Little green sparks colored the earth. The friends were silent until their eyes settled on a strange object before them. It was the home of the neighbor. The object was not like many of the trees in the forest, and it as much less impressive. Tari and Balaam went till the branches were stuck together. Tari had seen things like this in the middle of the forest. They were left over from some long ago creatures. Just then, part of the object swung open. A giant monkey with no fur except on her head emerged. Tari question flew at the creature from the hut. What's that you're wearing? Who are you? Do you name me? I'm called a spider monkey. Why is Balaam called an iguana? Why other things named Puma and Jaguar? Slowly, spider monkey, said the namer. First of all, you're called spider monkey because the way you climb reminds me of a spider. Oh, said Terry. That makes sense. But what about monkey? Monkey is made of very kind of creatures that resemble you, the namer said. Oh, why? Suddenly the namer got a strange look on her face. Her
đằng sau của mày